Hi guys, thanks for coming to my channel. I am so excited to be back in the States. I love traveling, but there's nothing like home either. So it was absolutely fantastic, but there were so many things that happened. I just want to, as the title subscribed, is kind of like an update on tips for travel that I want to share. Also, like I say in all my videos, there's always like one weird thing. I'm just going to leave this hair here. It's like, why is this just here? It's like, okay. Tuck it. All right. So I just want to say everything that could happen happened. Yeah. Everything that could happen happened. So with all of my, well, I shouldn't say everything. A lot of things that could happen happened. And so I was looking over some of my videos and some of the tips, and I'm thinking, these tips are great, because if I wouldn't have used these tips, I think it'd even be more tragic. So I just wanted to, like, as the title suggests, give a little update of how some of my travel tips were applied in this recent trip to Europe and how the tips came out. Because a lot of times I know I watch videos and I'm wondering, like, I want the results. Like, I want the receipts. I want to know, like, if you're giving all these opinions, I want to know if it works. Like, I like before and afters. I'm like, I want to see your non-airbrushed body. I want to make sure this stuff works, or I want to see, did these tips really work for you? I don't want to see just the front and the beginning. Okay. So this is the after result of tips, guys. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is a great time to subscribe, because I'm back and I am getting ready to put a lot of content out. And so let's just go. Let's just get into it. First and foremost, let's start with travel insurance. Travel insurance. I know most of us, when we book our trips, we get to that little box at the end and it says, should you not accept the travel insurance? My opinion is maybe. Now, I had travel insurance for these recent trips, and I am going through the process right now of submitting a lot of different forms and things for follow-up on the travel insurance. But I will say cash is king, because insurance does not pay your bills, honey, when you are stuck overseas or needing toiletries, needing luggage, needing clothes. That is good old-fashioned American Express or Chase or Visa or whatever your credit card situation is. So, my opinion is that I'm really glad that I did have travel insurance. However, I think that the travel insurance is just something that happens on the back end. So if you think that your travel insurance is going to, like, save you the day that you're having the problem, that is not how the travel insurance works. It is definitely a good tool for submitting and hopefully getting some of your money back. But do not expect that you're going to get, whisked away into a hotel, or they're going to, like, send you some cash voucher for, whatever. So cash is king. But, certainly I'm submitting the forms and submitting everything for the travel insurance. But my real tip is that my credit cards actually have more travel protection than the travel insurance, in my opinion. So if you haven't already, there's a couple of tips that I learned in this process. One, most of the credit cards, you have benefits that are already part of your credit card that may include trip cancellations and bag damages. You may or may not have bag delay. So if you're getting ready to go on a trip right now and you have a couple of major credit cards, just in this planning period, I would certainly just reach out to them, especially American Express and others, and just ask what your trip insurance benefit is. The nice thing about going ahead and asking them is that it may save you that little $20 or $40 additional fee on adding trip insurance on, but it's kind of similar to like when you're renting a car and you get to the counter and they ask you, do you need our insurance policy? Like if no one ever told you that your own insurance can cover your rental car, then you may just be like paying that extra $100 when you already have insurance. So, so this tip is just about giving your credit cards a quick phone call, and seeing who you have travel benefits with. The other thing is, for the most part, you need to have purchased your trip with that credit card. Or if nothing else, check your bags and pay anything that you may need to pay unless you have like status with that credit card, because they do have some requirements where that credit card may need to have been used in your transaction. So I would just check on that. But that was definitely a tip that I had probably put out in a video before about travel insurance. And so it has really come in handy because we currently have some claims in for damaged bags. I actually have purchased new luggage. My personal choice is BASE, BEIS. Purchased new luggage because our luggage got so badly damaged. And then we also lost our luggage. So we have a claim on the lost luggage. But we did the claim on the damaged luggage through American Express. And then we've actually did a claim for the bag delays through British Airways. So it does take a little bit of work, but it definitely is worth it on the insurance. Moving to my next tip that I know I've given you guys a video on, and that is bag tags. So on one of my Viking Cruise videos, I know I mentioned the importance of the bag tags, but let me tell you, this is now the 3rd international trip where actually each trip that we've been on recently, our bags have been delayed or lost, semi-lost. And the bag tags are excellent because you at least know where your bags are. And I'll be honest with you, and I have a video, I might just post it and send it to you guys. I actually went through 4 storage rooms at the airport in Amsterdam. They just let me go back and look at them because I knew where my bags were. I knew they were somewhere at the airport. And I went through these storage rooms and I was like, oh, this is like crazy. I don't know how people are getting their bags. Like, this is like, it looks like my closet. I have no idea how people are finding their bags. So I would say the update that I have on bag tags, yeah, still an absolute must on the bag tags. Highly, highly recommend. In addition, this is just like a small thing. I used to wonder about, why people would put like random ribbons on their bags and things like that. Because our bags were lost, I realized, those little insignias or some kind of little icon or a scarf or whatever, it really helps because when I was going through the storage rooms, I was having to like kind of check each tag, and it was helpful to have a little something that made the bag stand out, because the bags that were lost were, of course, the black and gray ones. Of course, the pink and the blue and all that stuff, of course, those didn't get lost. So that would be an addition. I have a personalized like name tag. So I would say add something that is kind of unique on your bag, because you never know when you might need to hey, be in a luggage closet. And then I think one of the other things that I've probably shared that are like good travel tips that really came in handy is taking the photo of the luggage. Taking the photo of the luggage. And also just randomly, I took a photo of the things that I packed, and just, I think probably because, doing these videos, I had a photo of the luggage. I had a photo of like my luggage opened, and I was asked for the contents, which I thought was kind of crazy, but I had pictures of my luggage before and after so I could show the damage. I had pictures of what the contents was for my content claim. So I think in terms of an update on some of the tips, those tips really have come in handy. I think those are like top 3 tips that have really come in handy. The other is having a copy of my passport. Because my passport was taken, it was really helpful to have a copy of my passport. When I did the U.S. Embassy, just having my number, my expiration date, all of the details of my passport also was like a winning formula. So I probably will have a part 2 of this video. I don't want this one to run too long. But if I'm just giving overall updates when I think about some of the tips that I've given, even though it may have been for cruises, completely applies for overseas or any trip really for that matter. I really think that the bonus side of this trip, having so many different crazy things that happen, is that I used all of the tips and the tools, and I am so excited because I have felt like I just have these paranoid, like planning, just having all these things that I'm like ready for the worst or ready for everything that could happen. And let me tell you, I needed all of those things on this trip. So anyway, I hope to give you guys more tips in a part 2. And if you guys want to hear more about how to get an emergency passport, luggage claims, or anything like that, just kind of like worst things that could happen and how you survive them, let me know in the comments. And if you have any stories that you'd like to share, feel free. I always like seeing y'all's comments. Thanks, and happy travels.